Busy and demanding as it was, basic training did have its pauses. The welcome smoke breaks and mail from home. The timeouts when you could feel the quiet pride in being an airman. The town pass in your new blues. And the stirring march music of the Friday afternoon reviews. The lonely pause to listen to the sounds of your future as the big jets cleared their throats at nearby Kelly Field.
Hey man, the Air Force, my recruiter told me it'd be gravy. He says, but
and as pleasant a time out as any, the evening bowl session in the barracks.
Can't tell what they're putting in it. But he says, it'll be good. Drink your coffee now before you leave, because when you get there, it's going to be mud.
But I haven't seen any food that's one part yet. I mean, there's about 4 different kinds of stuff in one thing.
Yeah, so you have some for breakfast, and then they give it to you for supper again, mixed up a different way.
T.I. told us to eat our food now and chew it later like the cows do.
Yeah, man, chew it later, because you're going to march it off.
You know, T.I. is always yelling at you. That's about your hardest thing in basic training. That they always
What's the toughest part of basic training?
I think would be putting a spit shine on your shoes. I used to shine my shoes, but most of the time I used to take them to the shop. But now you got to shine them your own self. And they got to look like mirrors, and I never did that before.
KP is the roughest, I think. You get up too early in the morning, you work too long.
Hanging your clothes and shining your shoes, putting your shoes in the right alignment and stuff like that, you know, putting your hat on 45-degree angles, your bed's got to be made, and all different kinds of stuff like that. That's about all I can think of.
Well, sir.
And what does a young man away from home miss most?
Most of all was the severe lack of feminine companionship.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I really miss my girl most of all.
Well, I miss my car, my woman, squirrel hunting.
My girl, folks, and my car.
What I miss most is my wife. She's going to have a baby in April 17th, in fact. And the way we got it planned out now, it'll be...
Almost every recruit expects basic training to change him permanently. And almost always for the better.
But the T.I. told us when we first come here that basic training would change us so much that when we went home, our parents wouldn't know us. He said, if you walked in the house and you said, sir, to your father, he'd probably drop over dead.
The day I went up to get registered in, I wanted to get in pretty bad, and I weighed 113 pounds. And for my size, the minimum is 115, so I ate 2 pounds bananas and drank water like crazy. So I hit the Air Force with 115 pounds, and now I weigh 140. So I'm keeping physically fit, you might say.
Phase 1, Week 3, survival training. Bivouac in the field. Steel plots, pup tents, field chow, and the tear gas chamber.
Gentlemen, there's gas in this building right now. You're standing in tear gas right now. Now, any man that's eyes is burning or watering at this time, your mask is not adjusted correctly. You can see now why this mask must be adjusted correctly. In just a minute, I'm going to tell you to take your mask off, and you're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference that having this mask on your face makes. All right, take your mask off. All right, you see the difference it is between having that mask on and not having it on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Makes a lot of difference, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
You like to sing me a little song about now?
No, sir.
You want to sing me Jingle Bells?
No, sir.
You like that gas?
No, sir.
All right, get 'em out. Get out that door now. If you can't get out any faster now, I'll take those masks off again, and we'll see how fast you can get out.
Well, this is called a gig slip. It's a student delinquency report. When you do something wrong,
a recruit explains the most important document in basic training, the gig slip.
They mark it down here, and they put the time you did it, the date, and the awards, or demerits, and then the instructor signs his name down here, and then when he wants you to sign it, you sign here.
Where do gigs come from? You get some idea when you listen to the reading of a gig list.
Gentlemen, quiet down. I'll read off the gigs that you got today on your personal areas. Squires, you had your 505 pants hung backwards. Aldrich, you had 2 candy wrappers in your field jacket pocket. Calhoun, shorts unbuttoned at fly. 505 pants, hip pocket unbuttoned. Towel not marked in center.
The natural habitat of the gig is the inspection. Area inspection, personnel inspection, equipment inspection, standby inspection. The bigger the inspection, the mightier the gig.
It's hut.
As in this honor flight standby inspection in the barracks.
Have them stand at parade dress until I inspect the area.
Parade. Hut.
For most recruits, the inspection is no sweat.
Fourth security instructions.
Sir, my fourth security instruction is, I will relay all messages and distress signals from other posts to Air Police Headquarters.
But for others, the tension-charged air of the barracks, the approaching footsteps of the inspecting officer, and then his stern face just a foot away, will take some getting used to.
What were you looking all around for, Martinez? You'd like to see what's going on?
No, sir.
Are you curious?
No, sir.
What's your eyeballs wiggling for? Weren't you told you were supposed to focus your eyes on some far distant object?
Yes, sir.
They're still wiggling. I want you to pick a spot right across the way here. You see it?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Little hole in the wall, sir.
You keep looking at that little hole in the wall. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Unless that little hole in the wall moves, your eyes don't. What's your third security instruction?
Sir, my third security instruction is, I'll report all orders in violation I'm instructed to enforce.
Let's hear that again.
Sir, my third security instruction is, I'll report all orders in violation I'm instructed to enforce.
You been writing your own security instruction card lately?
No, sir.
Why don't you give it away? It's on your security instruction cards.
Sir, my third security instruction is, I'll report all violations and orders I'm instructed to enforce.
Martinez doesn't know security instructions well. Eamon Ritz?
Yes, sir.
Eamon Ritz is gig line askew. Spots on uniform. What's the insignia of rank of a second lieutenant?
Sir, the insignia rank of a second lieutenant is 1 silver bar.
1 silver bar, huh? Airman Ritz doesn't know insignia of rank. Airman Morgan, improper position of attention, hands moving, hands not by the seam of trousers. Airman Luders, you come to attention like a wet noodle.
All right, gentlemen, give me attention up here.
Back to the field, and the most grueling part of basic training, the obstacle course.
Combat course, and you'll do it just like you were in a combat situation. Now, it should take you about 30 minutes to run it. If you think you're well in shape, we'll find out at the end of it. Now, the installations that you've in are going to have to go over. First of all, we're going to have the first pond down here, which is a swinging rope. I'm going to tell you to do so. I want you to get on your feet. You'll line up in 2 single files on this side of the pond. Men on the other side will turn loose of the rope. The first time it comes over, jump for the rope. Grab the rope directly below the wooden block, swing to the far side. Let the rope swing back over your shoulder, back to the next man. The next man jumps for the rope. If the man ahead of you goes in the water, do not jump for the rope. All right, on your feet. Let's go. On the double. Give me 2 lines.
Go. Get
Jump.
Keep them feet up.
Keep moving. Let's go.
Let that rope go. Jump.
Jump.
Keep them feet up. Keep them feet up. Keep them feet up. Jump, boy, jump.
Get up.
If you don't want to finish the course in soaking fatigues, you catch the rope, and you balance your way the length of the long poles over pond number 2. And the swaying cable walk of pond number 3.
All right, you people, when you hit this wall, hit it sideways. No more than 3 on a wall at a time.
Other obstacles, walls to climb, barrel pyramids to scramble over, tunnels, the smokehouse, and the climax of the course, the minefield. Remember crawling low under barbed wire, accompanied by scraping of elbows and canteens,
Let's go. Let's move.
and the rain of sand from the detonations just feet away.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. More be over before you get there. Let's go. Get back.
Put your head down. Keep digging, man. Don't stop there. Don't stop. Hey, come over to your left. Here, you see this glass wire. Move your head over here and you're out. Come under this glass wire and you're finished.
Road guards out.
Wherever your training took you across Lackland's 2,775 acres, you marched. You marched to classes, to chow. You marched the night march. And when you had no place else to march, you marched to the drill field to practice marching.
3, 4. Hot, ho, up, hop, hot, ho, up. On the left flank, hurry. On the left flank, hurry. On the left flank.
Remember the sounds of the drill field? The flanking column and facing movements? The heels, heels, heels hitting the ground in unison. The shouted commands and the roar of cadence.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the rear, hurry.
Do not anticipate the command. Right. Hey.
Steady now, steady now. Keep your eyes off the ground. Don't look at the ground. All right, now watch your arms swing. Swing them the same as the man on your right. Steady. Aye! Hey! 1, good. 2, good. 3, bad. Watch your dress in their eyeglasses. 6, 7, 8, 9. All good, all good. Get your head above the ground. Ain't no this, so it ain't around and down.
And the lonely, fading cadence chants as the flights move from training areas to barracks at day's end. The training day officially ends with a playing of retreat. The stars and stripes proudly descend the flagpole in front of base headquarters as Lackland's drum and bugle corps renders retreat. And throughout the base, recruits face the music and salute. Remember, what is there to do in the barracks in the evening? Well, a fellow can spit shine his shoes, bone up on his notes, squeeze in a letter home if there's time. But mostly, he just goes to parties, GI parties. Bring your own broom.
The latrine crew in the latrine. Let's go.
Let's get your locker up, too. Hey,
Let's go to the lockers up. You shine your shoes after we're done for GI in the barracks.
Latrine Queen, get their crew in there.
The Latrine Queen, the recruit in charge of the latrine cleaning detail, rounds up his subjects.
Everybody get out of the latrine now. It's off limits. All latrine crew, get in there now. On the double. Sir. 15 bottles of beer on the wall. 15 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it.
And as his crew accompanies their work with song, the Latrine Queen explains with understandable pride the problems of his job and how his subjects meet them.
You flush them, and then you take a rag and you clean out the water on the inside, and then you wipe all the water film on the outside. And then you take your toilet paper and you fold it a special way. And the lids on your toilets have to be set up. They can't be set down. You start from the top up, you wipe everything down. If you can get dirt from anywhere, even along the bottom of the floor, it's a gig. It counts against you as a demerit. And the same goes for the rest of it. They all assigned to a certain thing. The brass has got to be spotless. Everything's got to be spotless. Just the same as a kitchen would be. And you get out on the floor, instead of using brushes to sweep the floor with, we take our hands, the palm of our hands, and get down and sweep it up. That way we can tell whether the floor is clean. Well, after 9 o'clock, everything's off limits except for one thing of everything. And if anybody is caught using anything else, they get latrine duty for a week. And that's the way it works.
Okay, everybody at bed. Lights are off.
At 9 p.m., Lackland's recruit barracks go dark. It's lights out. Sometimes it's a little hard to get a bay full of spirited recruits asleep, especially if a recruit has been left in charge.
Let's get in bed, man. I see a guy standing up there. Hey, Shorty, get in bed.
Okay, the next person I catch out of bed got latrine for a week.
You hear that?
If you like to clean them commodes in there, just keep talking.
But more often, the day ends quietly. And as in this barracks, reverently. A bay of recruits join voices in the dark in the Lord's Prayer.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. Good night, people.
Airman Johnson, the Air Force has selected you to attend the Guidance Systems Mechanics School located at Lowry Air Force Base, Denver, Colorado.
Good afternoon, Airman Balducci. You have been selected for...
When you receive your assignment, your Air Force future begins to unfold, and your basic training nears its end.
You men are leaving this base. The first room you will go into is the finance room.
You process out.
In the finance room, you will be paid your travel pay and your back pay, and you will receive your pay record.
Tell her, sir.
Tell her 90, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90.
San Antonio to Milo to Fort Worth. Changing Fort Worth, you go to Little Rock, back to Fort Worth to El Paso to Tucson, Arizona. You leave out
By
here
the time you have your travel tickets, it's almost over. But not before a parting word of congratulations from your training
Keep
officer.
the noise down. I'd like to congratulate all of you on successful completion of basic training. Some of you it's been very easy, some not so easy, some very difficult for one reason or another. But you've made it. That's the important thing.
Well, basic training...
Some graduating recruits pause to look back.
That's a good question. What was it like? Something I have never experienced before. It was a new ordeal, but I enjoyed it. I feel that it will enable me to meet people, meet responsibilities, and meet new challenges, be able to conquer them, and to think as a man.
It's just what you make it, I believe. It isn't hard, it isn't easy, but it's a good feeling after you finish it, though, really. Feel like you accomplished something.
You did a lot of growing up in the 11 weeks that you were here, and they crammed a lot of material into you that would take, in civilian life, a year or so. Makes a much better person out of you, I think.
And so they end, the long weeks of training, the police calls, the formations, inspections, the stern, necessary discipline, the foot soldier's brand of Air Force fundamentals, your basic training friends. You leave them all behind. But do you really? Somehow, wherever you go, wherever your country or Air Force sends you, they'll travel with you. For while images fade, these sounds will somehow remain. They've become a part of you. The Air Force, you. The United States Air Force Band plays The Air Force Blue.